Guys, welcome to my channel, and in this video I'm going to show you how to take the backup and restore of the games. So you can see I have my Acer Aspire 7 laptop here, and the disk space available is really 272 GB. This is my external hard disk. Okay, and for a lot of games, these games like GTA 5 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, they are huge games, so you cannot keep them on the system because otherwise it will be full. So what I did was I took a backup of them. If I can show you over here, games, you can see in the Epic Games I have taken the backup of this. So now I will show you the restoring of this game, how to take a backup and restore that. So you can see the size is 89 GB. Okay, I will just copy this. Before copying it, let me just go to Epic Games, and you can see currently there are no downloads. Then I will go to my gaming library and I will resume this GTA 5 downloading. So you can see it is 89.5 gigs, and if I go to downloads here, now it is downloading. So I'll just pause this or cancel it completely. If I go to library again, it is on the resume state. Okay, and the thing it does is it will give you a pop-up. Let me just do it for Assassin's Creed Odyssey as well. So I will just say download. It will give you the pop-up like this, where you need to choose the install location, and I will say hit install, and it will prompt me as an administrator, and it will start downloading, as you can see here. So let me just cancel that again. And what it does is if I go to let me just go to my C drive. So this is my C drive, C users, then Yogesh, and then sorry, C program files, x86 I believe, then Epic Games. So do we have here? No. So it is in, for the Epic Games Store, it is in program files, and if you go to Epic Games, you can see the gaming folders. So I did not have these games currently downloaded, and you can, if I show you the properties of them, you can see it is barely 6 or 7 MBs. So what I will do now, since we have these folders, I will go to my hard disk. You can see this is D drive, and I will just copy those games, GTA 5, copy to this thing. So now, since it is a hard disk, I actually put it on the hard disk, since I have my external SSD full. So it will take a little bit of time, and I will be copying the Assassin's Creed Odyssey as well on the C drive. There we go. And once it is done, I will resume recording this video. So I'm back here, and you can see the GT5 is completely copied. I've paused the Assassin's Creed Odyssey copying, but we can first see how to restore GTA 5, and then you can similarly restore, I believe, any game in the Epic Game Store. Okay, so I will pause this, and let's go to Epic Game Store again, and let me just go to library, and you can see GTA 5. I will say resume it, and once I do that, if I go to here, you can see now it is not downloading. So download is completely stopped. It is reading, and it is verifying the data that I have pasted in the directory here in the C program files. And this is it. I mean, this is how you can restore the games. And if your memory isn't enough, like in my case I have only 500 gigs SSD, so you can take the game down to your drive and keep the games only which you will like to play, and then you can restore them at any time, provided there is no updates. So because sometimes there might be some updates, and then it will download the extra update part only, not the complete game, but in the extra update part. But that update part can be big, like 2 to 3 gigs sometimes. So that depends upon game to game, but yeah, basically this is how you will restore the games. And once it is getting verified, then we are ready to play this. So next thing, I'm going to create a video for GTA 5, because that is the most asked game. Also, even though it is old, but it is still mostly played. And I will make a video. As you can see here, I have undervolted my laptop to minus 0.140 volt, which is the core voltage offset. And I did certain few tweaks by like adding the games to Intel Graphics Command Center and stuff like that I have mentioned in the this Assassin's Creed video over here. As you can see, show more, you can see all the details that I have done. Also, one more thing, I did install the Windows 10 Pro version because I I have to use the Docker and stuff, so that doesn't run on Windows 10 Home Edition. So I did activate the Windows 10 Pro version, as you can see over here, Windows 10 Pro. So that is the another change that I did. But with the undervolting and the stuff, the gameplay is smooth. Now I'm going to test this game in the next video with the low, medium and high settings. Okay, and I will check all this game in all three settings once it is done installing. So this is how you restore the game in Epic Game Store. Okay, for the Steam, there is another way. Let me just open the Steam first. So where is my Steam? Here we go. So if I open the Steam, if I go to library and collections, then you can see all the games that I have. And let's say Just Cause 3. So this is the game that I have installed earlier. I installed earlier, but currently it is not downloaded. So how to restore this game in the Steam is something different. So for the Steam, let's say I have this Sleeping Dogs game, where it is here. So you can say this is installed. So how to take if I go to my hard disk again, then if I go to games here and then Steam, you can see I have taken the backup of all the games mostly that I have in my Steam library. And if I go to the size, it is almost 85 gigs. So it has multiple games, as you can read in here. Okay, and it has taken the backup. So how do we do this in the Steam? It is very simple. You go to Steam, you go to you open the Steam app, then you go to here in the Steam file menu, I believe, in the Steam menu here, and then click on backup and restore games. So either you can backup your installed games or you can restore the previous backups. So since I have already a previous backup on my hard disk, so I will say restore game, I will say next, I will say browse, and then I will give it appropriate part. So like D, then games, then Steam, then Just Cause 3 and more, and select. Once the folder is done, Steam will automatically detect the games that are there. Okay, so I will select the game that I want to restore, like Just Cause 3, and I will hit next. Then a license agreement and stuff, and then it will create a local game files as well. So basically it is not exactly the same. It will still download certain things, and I believe currently it is hard disk, so it is copying the data from here to there on my actual machine memory, machine SSD. But apart from that, it will not be the same like Epic Game Store. It does download some things, okay, like a system environment and some things like that, but sometimes it doesn't do anything. Like for the CSGO, I have restored it completely, and it is just ready to play. It has nothing to do with that. So this is how the Steam provides the backup and restore. If even though let's say you're not following this way of Steam backup restore, even though how you can make the backups is, I tried that earlier in the case of Sleeping Dogs as well, but it ends up downloading the complete game. I don't know why, because they're in some updates, or I don't know, but for certain games it works. Like for Tom, you can see Tom Clancy's Chaos Theory. So this is I believe it is a 2006 game. So for this game, what I did was I put the game on the SSD, on the external SSD. So if I go to program files, I believe in Steam case it's program files x86, and then if I go to where is the Steam folder, and then Steam apps, and then common, you can see all the games. So for that matter, what I did was I just copied this folder over here, from here to my external drive, and then I formatted the laptop, and then I restored it. So for the Chaos Theory, it worked like just like the Epic Game Store, but for certain games it does download something else. I believe that it doesn't backups everything, maybe the direct text and stuff, I don't know exactly, but yeah, in the Steam case the backup and restore is a little bit different, but for certain games it is exactly similar. You just have to follow their mechanism and the game will be ready to play. But in certain games you have to do some extra efforts, and you may have to require some downloads as well for certain games. So that's it for this video, guys. I believe this is verifying, and once it is done, then you can just play any games of it. So let's say you have tons of games and you don't have enough space, you don't have to worry. You can just download the game, move the game to external disk drive, and then you can restore it at any time. So that's it for this video, guys. If you want to know anything else, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.